What is the key observation made by Dickinson? Dickinson's observation is mentioned in the last paragraph. It is stated here, all before are calculated to regulate, trade, preserve, and promote a mutually beneficial intercourse between the several constituent parts of the empire. Yet, those duties were always imposed with the design to restrain the commerce of one part. This statement by the colonist John Dickinson shows that the sole reason for the new taxes is just for the British government to make money at the expense of the economy of the colonies. Dickinson makes an important distinction between the rights of the colonies and the authority of the parliament. Dickinson's comments were ubiquitous among the colonists and thus infuriated them to rebellion and the seizure of basic democratic rights. So Dickinson basically says that the British laws had, especially the ones relating to trade, had always been imposed with the design, notice the word always, designed to restrain the commerce of one part, and they were basically made for the sole reason to make money for the British government. So let's look at the options. Option A says that the British laws were perverted and its sole purpose was to exploit the colonists. The sole purpose was to exploit the colonists, quite true, but the British laws were perverted, incorrect. When we say something was perverted, we mean that the original was something good, something pure, something beneficial, let's say in this case to the colonists, but they were distorted, they were perverted, they were made worse, they were made bad, misinterpreted even. But we see that these had always been aimed at exploiting the colonists. We've seen the word here. Those duties were always imposed with a design to restrain the commerce of one part. And their sole reason for the new taxes was to make money for the British government. So to say that the British laws were perverted is a distortion. So option A is out. Option B says that the British laws were fine in spirit, but was perverted by the imperialists. This is further incorrect because first off, was perverted by the imperialists. That is itself incorrect. We've checked with that in option A. And then that the British laws were fine in spirit, but they were always imposed to restrain the commerce of one part. So this is completely incorrect, completely contradictory to the passage. B is out. Option C tells us that the British laws were perverted and the perversion extended to trade laws. Two problems with this again. First off, British laws were perverted, same problem as options B, A and B. And then the perversion extended to trade laws. But this point, which John Dickinson makes, the statement that John Dickinson makes, is completely related to trade laws or laws and actions relating to trade. So we cannot say that this was generalized and then extended to trade laws. That is something that is an assumption which is not necessarily supported by the passage. So C is incorrect. Option D says that the British laws were economically beneficial for the realm of Great Britain and solely designed as a money minting mechanism for the realm. This is quite correct. Solely designed as a money minting mechanism for the realm, almost a direct reference here. And then they were economically beneficial for the realm of Great Britain. Of course, if they were designed to make money for Great Britain at the expense of the economies of the colonies, then they were definitely beneficial for the realm of Great Britain. And we also see that it is mentioned that they were calculated to regulate trade, preserve and promote a mutually beneficial intercourse between several constituent parts of the empire. So yes, that they were economically beneficial for the realm of Great Britain is subsumed here. Of course, we find that this aspect of them being mutually beneficial for the constituent parts of the empire, that was incorrect. That was a lie. But then also, it was definitely something that was aimed at being economically beneficial or economically benefiting the realm of Great Britain. So D is overall quite true. We can qualify it. That is the correct answer.